What's good, y'all? So today I'm actually here to give you guys some Pharrell secrets. Now let's be honest, like Pharrell's skin probably looks better than majority of the people you know. And how old is Pharrell? I don't know off the top of my head. How old is Pharrell? Pharrell is 46 and he looks like he's about 25. So I'm gonna be giving you guys some tips to actually help your skin age gracefully, you know, just as gracefully as Pharrell's. Now, first things first, you need to make sure you're drinking enough water. Now, I know you're like, wait, what does this got to do with skincare? The majority of your majority of your body is actually water. So drinking water actually will help flush out these toxins, especially if you're somebody who has oily skin, you know, and you're not drinking enough water. This can also help your body produce more oil, and it's not allowing your body to actually, you know, get rid of the toxins that are in your body, which actually causes more breakouts. Another thing, majority of your body is water. So if your body is not hydrated properly, your skin is probably not going to be hydrated the way it's supposed to as well. So this is another reason why you need to make sure you're drinking enough water. I mean, there are a ton of benefits that I can actually list for why you need to drink enough water, but you know, in skincare terms, skincare purposes, you know, for what we're talking about, it helps keep the skin hydrated. So make sure you're drinking enough water. Next thing, cut out processed foods. If you're somebody who's buying a whole bunch of processed food, like the stuff that's already cooked and you just have to put in the oven, or if you're buying the food that you just put in the microwave and you cook, it's not okay. I don't use a microwave. I haven't used a microwave in about almost 7 to 8 years. But another video, but stop eating this food. This food is not good for you. There's a lot of preservatives in these foods, and your body uses this food as fuel. So you eat this food that's loaded with a bunch of preservatives. Your body digests the food and pulls all the preservatives out of the food, and it uses it as fuel for your body. And it's not the best stuff. So, you know, in turn, your skin will actually start to show from what you're putting in your body, which is why you probably have the discoloration, you know, the crazy breakouts, the extreme high oil levels. It's probably the food that you're putting in your body. So this means you need to be eating a lot more vegetables, a lot more fruit, you know, stay away from the fried food and start cooking more. Okay, so this is the stuff that you actually need to cut out. And this is just good for, you know, just lifestyle in general, more than just skin, but lifestyle. Okay, next thing, exfoliation. You need to be exfoliating. I'm always talking about exfoliating. Exfoliation is the key to everything. I say this almost, I feel like every other video that's not mass nut, but exfoliating. You need to be exfoliating either physically or chemically. Now, when I say chemically, don't get, you know, drawn back like, yo, I'm not putting no chemicals on my face. These are actually natural acids that come from milk, sugar, rice. There's actually one from apples, like, it's natural stuff. So don't get, you know, turned off from the word chemicals. And this can actually be in the form of toners, serums, and even creams as well. Even sometimes your face wash, but they don't work as well in your face wash. So stay away from those face washes that say they have the chemical exfoliators in them. Another thing, BHAs. BHA is another form of a chemical exfoliant, which is very good for people who have oily skin. But using this stuff, but I prefer to use an actual physical scrub. And the physical scrub I would suggest using is actually the Kiehl Skin Buffer. Now this comes in like a cream form, and it actually has like the little small granite pieces in there. Now as a guy, I like it for like my beard because I get ingrown hairs, and the little pieces help work the hairs from under the skin and, like, you know, work them out to the surface. So this is why I prefer, you know, usually the physical scrub with the bits in it. If you're a woman, you might want something a little softer, or maybe if, you know, your skin can handle it, but I prefer the the rough scrub. But this is very good at, you know, helping your skin with the new turnover of skin. Normally your skin, you know, it turns over every 31 days, but when you start to exfoliate on a regular, the skin's turnover rate goes to like 14 to 21 days. And it like produces that new, like, fresh baby skin. And it also helps with like the scarring that you may have. So, I mean, exfoliating on a regular is just super good for your skin in general, but make sure you're doing it the right way. I would suggest doing it every other day if you're new to it, for like just a ton of benefits to exfoliate if you're doing it right. And let's say you're like, oh, I don't have time to exfoliate. Like you're a lazy person. You can even take a wet towel, you know, put it under some water and like rub your face. Don't like scrub your face till it's red and irritated, but you know, give it a nice, you know, cool wipe down. And that's another form of exfoliate. It'll take the dead layer of skin off your skin. And another reason why exfoliating is good, it actually helps your skin absorb the moisturizers and serums that you're actually using. So also be aware of that. Another thing you need to make sure you're doing if you're actually trying to help your skin age gracefully is using a moisturizer. I know a lot of you don't even use a moisturizer, which trips me out, but I mean, it's 2020, like nothing should really surprise you anymore. But using a moisturizer. Now, using the right kind of moisturizer is what's key. Now, especially if you're an oily skin type, you're like, yo, B, like, I don't really put on a moisturizer because when I go out with the moisturizer, my skin is super oily by, you know, 12 in the afternoon and I have to wash my face. You have to make sure it's the right kind. So if you're an oily skin type, you should be using a moisturizer that is an oil-free moisturizer. If you're a dry skin type, you definitely should be using a moisturizer, but it should be the right kind. It should be a moisturizer that lasts all day. Now, I like to use a moisturizer, then on top of that, depending on the day, if I feel like my skin is super dry, I'll put on an oil on top. It might be a vitamin E oil, or what else do I use? I have the honey, is it not the honey potion? I have the honey GRAIL from pharmacy I actually like to use. I really like that product a lot. And the thing is, you don't even need a lot, just a couple drops here and there. Ordinary even has the SQUALANE oil that you can actually put on top of your moisturizer too as well. That actually is derived from plants, and your body actually naturally produces SQUALANE, which is just a very good moisturizer for the skin, which, you know, has a ton of benefits, which I talked about in the last video with the retinoids, but different video. So make sure you're using the right moisturizer. Let me check my notes because I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, last but not least, make sure your pillowcase is clean and make sure it's a good fabric. Now, if you have a pillowcase that's dirty, that hasn't been washed in about a month, one, you're nasty and you need to wash your pillowcase. You should be washing your pillowcase, I would say, every time you wash your clothes. I mean, I understand sometimes you can forget, so at least once a month, you know. It's just, you have to think about it. You sleep on it, you sweat on it, you drool on it, like, you know, you throw it around, like, and you laying on this, you putting your face on this every night, you know. You need to make sure you're cleaning that. So wash your pillowcase. And when I say the fabric, make sure it's not a rough cotton fabric. Because especially if you lay on your stomach and, you know, you're sleeping, you're rubbing your face on this, you know, this fabric and this pillow, and it's like, you know, mushing your face around, you know, giving you the wrinkles, you know, you're not necessarily the best. I know I'm not necessarily the most graceful sleeper, but if you are somebody that moves around, it just would be good to have a pillowcase that's, you know, the material is a lot softer and it's, you know, it's better for your skin. I'll use the pillowcases that are like a t-shirt material, like my sheets are like that, you know, t-shirt material. So it's a very soft fabric, so I don't have to worry about it, you know, really, you know, messing my face up. Yo, I was getting ready to pack up and Baby Hulk reminded me. He was like, yo, you forgot to tell him one thing. And I was like, damn, you're right. I didn't write it in my notes. And there is one more thing that I should be telling you that's one of the most important things. I'm lying. It's one of the most important things that actually helps your skin age gracefully. And that thing is actually sunblock, SPF protection. There's a lot of UV rays that cause a lot of damage to your skin, and you have to think about it. Majority of the time, majority of your life, your skin is exposed to the sun, and this can cause sun cancer. I mean, not sun cancer, it can cause skin cancer, more aging spots, freckles, moles. Like a lot of that stuff usually comes from like UV damage from the sun. But actually wearing an SPF will actually help your skin block those UV rays and helps your skin age a lot gracefully, and I mean a lot gracefully. So making sure you're wearing an SPF protection will help you out a lot. Black people, Because I used to think this too as well. We still gotta wear SPF protection too as well. I know like we're usually taught like, yo, like I'm black, like I don't get sunburned, you know. We may not get sunburned, but you still can actually get skin cancer. And this, the sun can actually cause moles and, you know, damage to your skin as well. So make sure you are wearing some kind of SPF protection too as well. Black people, or dark complexion people, anybody with dark complexion, make sure you're wearing a sunblock. Even if you don't get sunburn, wear sunblock. So these are my tips. You know, you can start to apply to help your skin age gracefully as ever. If you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section. Oh, and you guys can also follow me on Instagram if you guys do not follow me. And you guys can follow me at Branden Mitch, Branden with an E, not an O. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page. You know, here I'll be posting all the newest skincare videos, so there'll be a ton of tips, so be on the lookout for that. But until the next video, I'll check you out. Yeah!